Hello guys, TiltTrader here. So there is something that I want to show you guys. That will be helpful in the long run. It's about even and odd and over and under. So I want you to do this. Once you log into TiltTrader, I want you to come to the analysis tool. Once you are on the analysis tool, you can do your configuration for the stake right here. Once done, just come here where you have circles analysis. Click on it, and I want you to scroll down. As you can see, we have different markets here. As you can see, we also have trading view, but I want you to select this one here, complex patterns. Select complex patterns. It's a little bit different for each of them. We need to update some colors, but once you are here, we have the default one is single, even odd single complex, and then we have even odd double complex, over under single complex, over under single complex, and then double complex, matches differs, single complex, and then double complex. So the first one, just use this. The rest are a little bit different. As you can see, the colors have not been updated, and also this one right here have not been updated. It has not been updated. But let me start with the first one right here, the one right here. You can just click on more. What you'll do, I want you to analyze these color patterns, and this does not represent the last digits that occurs. It represents a certain logic. I'll not actually be telling you the particular logic, obviously, but it represents a certain logic. Let me just refresh the page. I think it did hang, and then back to complex. So it represents a certain logic, and what I want you to do, just test this out. Go and test it out before you actually use it in your real account. Go and test it out. So what I want you to do, just analyze the color patterns right here, and for you maybe to filter out these numbers. As you can see, we have also 0. So where you can see 0, also we have 1, and we also have something like 2. So I want you to filter out these color patterns like this, and you might notice something. So what it means that when it is 2, there is some pattern that's repeating, and as you can see, it's repeating with the 2, then a certain digit, it's repeating with the 2, and then a certain digit. I know I might not be making any sense, but just go try it out. So for example, what I'll do, I'll just come here, I'll use last one digit is matches, so that means is equals to something like 2, like that. Then trade even and odd, I'll trade both like that, something like that. And then this one I can just return it to 1, like that. So if I do something like that, or I can even return it to something like 0, like that. So this one right here says if the last digit, the last one entry is matches 2, so the last one here, right here, should be 2. So if the last one here is 2, then it will trade even or odd. So it has a certain logic underlying. Logic. I want you to go and try it out, but you can use different numbers, not necessarily 2. You can check the pattern and see the numbers that are appearing most of the time without what it means like, so if you say 2, the number like you say you want the last one to be 2, and it becomes something like above 2, anything above 2, that means it will be a loss. So for you to analyze the pattern, so I want you to analyze the pattern like this. Just come here. So if you want to analyze the pattern for 2, just come here, select 2, and then I want you to see any number that is above 2. So those will be the consecutive losses you could have encountered. So for example, here we have 2, then we have 3, 1 2 3, 3 threes. So that means you could have encountered 3 consecutive losses. Then we have here, we have wins. We have 1 2 3 4 5 wins, then another loss, 1 loss, then 1 win, 2 win, and then 2 not 2 losses. We have 1 2 3 4 losses, then 2 wins, then 1 2 3 3 losses, and then you do it like that. So, and for example, right here we have 4 wins, and then we have 3 losses, then a win in between, then 2 losses, then several wins. So based on that pattern, you will recognize like that. So any number that's above, and for you to do so, for example, I want to look for an entry like 3, with a pattern of 3. So I'll just select 3 so that you can filter out anything below 3. So, and then I'll be checking. So for the consecutive ones, as you can see, we have here 4, 3, I mean 3, 4, I mean 3 fours right here. So those are 3 consecutive losses, and then here we have here we had like the worst, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losses. So, and now I can decide even to use something like matches 3 like that, and then I'll just return this to 0 so that I can run the, that means that I'm using something like 3 as an entry point, then I'll just click auto trade like that. So once, as you can see, once the one that is counting will be 3, it will just enter a trade, and when it's 4, it does not just turn to 4. So I lost that one. As you can see, I lost that one. It predicted even, and then the digit was odd. So I can wait again until the last is something like 3. So it ended at 2, so no entry. I want you to go and test it out. Just go and test it out. It's for the rest, let's see. Let me just explain for the rest. Okay, let's see if we'll have an entry. No entry yet. So let me just add another instance here so that I can explain the rest. So we come to complex patterns, but all of them, I'll update all of them to have those colors. So we also lost the next one, as you can see, and we can, let's just scroll. You see, we had 4, so we had a loss. And here we had 4 here, and then 4 here we had a loss. So it's supposed to have something like 3, and it should not add up to 4. So it should be 3 and then return to something like 0, something like that. So let me just explain the next one. So for example, we had the single. This is the single, that's the one that we have turned on top there, and then I can go to the other one. As you can see from this other one, you only have the entry point. It's just the same as the other one. You just write here now the entry point, so it should match that number that is right here. But we'll do an update that everything will look like the first one right here. Will look like the first one right here. Here we have the auto config. So I want you guys just go and check it out. Here we have 3, and then it's 4. So we lost also that one right here. We lost that one, as you can see. Let me just close this instance right here. As you can see, we also lost that one. So we had digit even, and then digit even. Hey, all of them exited with 1. You can see, would have been matches 1, a very good matches 1. So let's see. So if we get 3 again, if you get 3 that will not move to 4, that will be a win. And that's how you analyze for even and odd. The same applies to over and under. We also have over and under of the same. You also have over and under of the same. As you can see, we won this one. You see, this one right here ended at 3. And then we had this one. I think we lost that one because it has gone up to 5, but this one ended at 3, so we won. As you can see right here, we have digit odd, and we got that one right. So we are at a loss since I'm not using martingale. When I come here, we have configure. As you can see, it is set to fixed, recovery set to fixed, so no martingale. And let's see. As you can see, and that's how actually it works. And you can just set it to both, because if sometimes you set to even alone, there is some trades that it will not take based on the logic. Let's see this one, if it will go up to 3, no, up to 2, just up to 2. And as you can see, we have most of them that are at 1. We have 3 again. So this one, we also want this one because it ended at 3, and then we had other numbers. And as you can see from the contract right here on the bottom right here. So we lost another one, ended up to 4, and then we have 2 again. Let's see. So you can look for the patterns that you know that it will be easier for you to win consecutively, and not many consecutive losses. So for the other one, let me just go to something like over and under. We have this one, over and under. So here, as you know, most of the things that when we do over and under, we usually have the digit so that we can, let's say, the market that I like something like over 6, and you can look at the pattern. But this one now, when you're coming to configure this one, just pick over alone like that. Pick over, because you're doing over 6, not both. Because if you pick both, it will trade both. It will trade both over 6 and under 6. Which is not really good. We want to trade something like over 6, and then we can check here for the pattern. Let me just click on more and maybe use something like 3. So we have 3. These I have not included color codes here, but I'll add the color codes here so that it can be easier to identify. Let's use something like 4. It's now a little bit difficult. Let me just use 5. Let me use 5, so that it can be easier, because the rest are other colors. So we have the consecutive ones, we have like 4, and as you can see, not many entries, so you can come here and write the entry point as 5 right there, and trade over 6, and then you can turn on the auto trader. Go and try this out, and let me know what you think about it. And then we also have the one for like matches divas. We have the single complex, the same as you can see, and this also applies in just different strategies. So for example, even odd double complex, we have this one right here, the double complex, no color code yet. And then for the analysis here, you can go up to maybe 3 or go up to something like 4. I'll add the color code so that it can be easier for you to analyze even the market. So, and here now you can look for the same numbers. You look for the same numbers, and this is the, for example, the one right here, it uses something similar. We have digit scan. So digit scan uses something similar underlying. Something below digit scan, the engine below the engine that runs digit scan is something similar to this. Go try it out. Look for these patterns. Just look for these patterns, and you'll see something really amazing, and you'll be killing it in the even and odd. And remember, for this, you just need to turn on the auto trader right here, and then to be placing trades for you. And then at auto config, you'll do the trader setup right here. You'll do the trader setup. You'll not use the auto trader setup right here. This one is for using with this button. This auto trader you use with this button, and you set the entry points using this one. But for any other auto trade on the page, you'll use the configure to make the configurations. And that's it, guys. See you in the next video.